Hello, everyone. It's your favorite little white boy. Here again, ripping off your favorite YouTubers, in search of views. Voice crack was crazy. I'm keeping that in. But today, we're playing Minecraft Bed Wars. This is me and my friend Emilio here. We're just relaxing. There's gonna be some game audio, but there's no actual audio of us talking since I didn't record that. Um, but but today I want to talk about friendship because I know a lot of people have varying like qualities on friendship and like how certain things are supposed to be done. But to be honest, I feel like if your views aren't actively conflicting, uh, I feel like you should be able to be friends with someone no matter what. You know what I mean? Except with like racist pedophiles or rapists. You know what I mean? Except that. You know what I mean? Because you're not being friends with a fucking pedophile or a rapist. You know what I mean? Fuck those guys. Um, but no, I mean like if you're Christian and your friend comes out to you as gay or bi or lesbian or any of the stuff, you should just be supportive. Don't say, "Oh, my religion doesn't really like this. I should stop being friends with them." That's not no. That's not how friendship works. If you truly want to have a long-lasting like friendship with someone, put your views away and they will too. You guys are friends. This is not a personal thing. This is not a well, it is a personal thing, but this is not something that these things matter in. Your religion doesn't matter in a friendship. Your sexuality doesn't matter in a friendship. Who you are really doesn't matter in a friendship if you're good enough friends. And I feel like people don't know that enough. And I feel like people need to really get that through their head. You know what I mean? I feel like people really need to know that hey, just because your views conflict with each other doesn't mean you can't be friends. If you cut off one of your friends just because they're Christian, Muslim, uh, supporting Hindu, you know what I mean? Just because they are one of these religions or even in the LGBTQ plus umbrella doesn't mean you need to stop being friends with them. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you have to always put aside your religion. Like whether it be eating pork is a big bad, drinking alcohol, you know what I mean? Or, supporting LGBTQ. I'd say you should support gay rights and LGBTQ plus either way because it's just advocating for human rights. So I don't know why you wouldn't. Um, but that's not what we're talking about. That's another topic I want to talk about next week. Maybe next week. I have no clue. I don't know when this is releasing the day I'm recording it, so it's Monday for me. Um, but it's just like I feel like so many friendships have been ruined because of less communication and just like people not equally putting away the same stuff they that the other person did. See, my best friend Emilio is Christian, right? I've known this guy for 10 fucking years. Essentially my whole fucking life I've known this guy. And I would not trade him for anything. Genuinely, I would not trade him for anything. Um, he's been helpful to me throughout the years, and he's helped me through so much stuff I've been going through in the past couple years. And here's a little story, to kind of show how good friends we are. One night, I was getting ready to kill myself. I had a extension cord wrapped in a noose. I was in my basement. I was ready to wrap it around the beam, get up on the chair, and hang myself. Right as I finished the noose and set up the chair, Emilio called me that night and said, "Hey man, I just thought I'd check in on you." I'm not gonna sit here and say that's an act of God. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's fate. But something was at play to make that happen. And without Emilio being one of my friends, I probably would not be here today. Just in an entire sense. Genuinely, I would not be here today if he was not my friend. And it's crazy how much people ruin friendships over the smallest shit. You know what I mean? See, I recently had a friendship go south. He acted like a toddler, and he's not bent on changing. Um, while me and Emilio, right? Ever since I've wanted to change how I've been, since I used to be a horrible person, he's stuck through me. He's like, yeah, man, I'll help you out. And recently, we're getting old enough to get our permits and stuff like that. So that just means we're gonna spend more time together. And he actively said, "Yeah, man, I'll sit down on call with you and study with you if you want me to." And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, like thank you." You know what I mean? Like I need to study for my permit, and stuff like that. But it's like I feel like if you get a friendship that you know for a fact will last a lifetime, don't ruin it over some petty shit. Things happen. There's gonna be bumps. There's gonna be shit. Me and Emilio didn't talk for like for like 2 years, one time, and like it was elementary school, but we didn't talk for like 2 years. We had no contact with each other, um, but we still like as soon as we started talking again, we hit it off again. See, you don't need to talk to a friend every day. Once a week is my go-to, just to make sure everyone's included. You know what I mean? But if I'm busy or I'm talking, I don't remember. It'll be once every 2 weeks or once a month. You know what I mean? At the worst times, it's once a month. But like you can even if you are in contact with my friend, I don't know why the fuck you would be. You can even ask him. Like I try to call him every week just to like say, hey man, you're gonna be okay? Like just checking in, seeing how things are, seeing the fam. Because to be honest, we've been friends so long. I don't really call him my friend. I more call him like a brother or like family to me, because that's what he truly is. He's family. You know, I've known him for so long. He might as well be. You know, why would I call him of just a friend when he's clearly been in my family in my life for years? He is family. Um, I know I'm talking like fucking the dude from Fast and Furious. But it's just the truth, man. Once you've known someone for so long, they stop being friends and they start being family. Um, and I don't know when it happened for me, but I know for a fact I can tell you when I felt the change. Uh, when we first moved into this house, I used to live in a trailer park, a little lore drop. We'll talk about that later because trailer park stuff is another thing I want to yap about. Because it's hilarious, but it's also shit. Um, when we first moved into the house, he was so happy for me. And I'm like, and then it kind of clicked for me. It's like, oh, this dude's like, and it's me with that. It's like, oh, bro, I gotta come over. I gotta hang out with you. You know what I mean? Not because I got a house, but because he was proud and he was happy and he wanted to see my family. He wanted to see how everyone's doing. Like, my brothers love him. My parents love him. My entire fucking family tree loves him. And apparently his family loves me too. His little sister's very sweet. She's very sweet. His older sisters, who are around my brother's age, are also very nice. His mom's very nice to me. His dad's very nice to him. Shout out to his dad. His dad's fucking awesome. To be honest, I love his dad so much because he's the funniest fucking dude. Um, but you see, there's just a hump that you got to get over in some friendships. See, there's some friendships that are meant to last, and there's some that aren't. You know what I mean? Friends grow apart, but not all friends grow apart. I hate that saying that all friends grow apart some way or another. I think that's just not true. I don't think you grow apart from someone, if you've known them for so long. You know what I mean? You just stop talking. You stop hanging out. You stop talking. Sure, a lot of you might think now, that equivalent to a friendship. That's what a friendship you're supposed to do. I don't think that. I think like if I'm actively in his life still and I'm actively like still like knowing about him, knowing how he's doing and all that, I feel like that's something that equivocates friendship and family. Because you don't talk to like your grandma every day. You don't talk to your fucking extended family every day, your cousins every day. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you talk to your friend that much every day? You know what I mean? That's just something I really wanted to like say, because it's like you don't need to talk to your friends every day. If you get clingy, you get clingy. But hey, man, people need space, and I know that from experience. I've had a stalker before, and he's a shithead, and I hate him. Um, but it's like you don't need to talk to these people every day, and it's hard for me though because I just don't like being alone. So it's like I can't. That's another topic for another day. But I just don't like being alone. Um, so I'm like, oh, I really don't want. Um, to not talk to my friend for that long. But if you're really clingy, give him space. Like me and Amila, I sometimes I get some days off. Like, hey man, I'm really not feeling it today. Could we play like tomorrow or another day? He'll be like, yeah, sure. He'll ask me, oh, is your just battery running low? And I'm like, yeah, because I say I have a social battery. To be honest with Emilio, I do not have a social battery. I told him that because I get bored easily, and I don't want him to think that just me and him watching something on the couch or watching TikToks on the phone equivocates to me like not wanting him there. Because that's not it. And Emilio, if you're watching us, that's what I mean. But I want to thank you all for watching. I'm your favorite white kid, I hope. And it's just I'm glad everyone's coming out here. Last couple videos have like 6 views combined, but still, that's a lot. And I just want to thank you all. And I'll see you guys next week.